do you feel until you do a childhood activity again?
Right. Knees don't work the same way. That's for sure. That looks like so much fun, though. I'm a very competitive person.
Yeah.
So I think if you were to go with me, you would see a different side of me.
Well, good to know. But I also feel like if we went, like, let's say this weekend, looking at that, you know, the kind of, what are the plastic vinyl, whatever it is, it just looks sticky.
Not
just
that.
Gonna melt.
Think of the, like, you know, if you were to slide on there, the burn. No, maybe not a good weekend for that.
Those are the parts of childhood that I don't miss, you know.
That too. Yeah, but if you're spending any time outside, because tomorrow back into the triple digits next week. So the heat index today could get up to about 110 in some spots. The Metroplex closer to about 107. There is also an elevated fire danger. It includes I-35, including Tarrant, Dallas County to the west. This is for the high heat, the dry fuels in place, and a dry breeze that's moving over the area that further dries out our soil. Right now, we have drought status that's worsened over the last week. Our latest update does show severe drought for Wise, Denton, Tarrant, Parker counties, and some spots to the southwest of the Metroplex. That's where we happen to have that elevated fire threat for this afternoon. So Fort Worth right now, seeing a mix of sunshine and cloud cover, 94 degrees, but it only feels like 96. That is quite a bit different from the last few days. We're not warming as fast. 92 right now at DFW. It feels like 95. The wind is out of the west at about 10 miles per hour. And throughout the day, we'll notice that wind shift. But for the moment, 91 at Bowie, 90 for Gainesville and in Sherman. If you're south of the Metroplex, temperatures are already in the mid-90s. The heat index close to 100 in some spots, with already 100 in Hillsborough, 96 in Denton, 94 in McKinney. Okay, so today, I think we still make it to about 97 degrees around 1. It's a couple degrees lower than yesterday, 101 around 3 and 102 around 5. Southwest to west wind at 5 to 10 miles per hour. This evening, we'll see a wind shift because of a front moving through the area. But before that front gets here, we still make it to the triple digits. 103 the high in Fort Worth, 102 in Denton, 101 in McKinney, 102 in Dallas. Today will be the 15th triple digit heat day of 2023 so far, and the 5th consecutive so far. And temperatures are going to drop off a tad. We call that a Texas cold front right in the summer. 102 today, 95 on Saturday, 97, 98 on Sunday, and triple digits to return for next week. Here's what's happening. That ridge of high pressure centering itself over the desert southwest, unfortunately bringing a prolonged heat wave there, and it then is going to move over the Four Corners. But that kind of opens up a window for us to see this front sneaking in, and that front is the reason why we have that cloud cover overhead. So if you step out, you'll see the cloud cover. That front eventually making it into DFW sometime between 5 and 6. It's looking a little drier, though. We're not looking at a good potential for rain. 10% coverage at best into the overnight. This is Saturday now around 5 in the morning. We could see a little shower popping up. The better opportunity for rain will be south of the area, unfortunately. It does look like Saturday by noon, if you haven't seen the rain, you're not going to see the rain. That front will already have shifted to the south, and bringing in the rain potential for central Texas, east and southeast Texas as well. So if you're maybe heading in that direction, that's just something to keep in mind. We're not looking at a big rain potential for us. That front is the best opportunity that we have for the next 10 days. But with that being said, we could pick up maybe a trace between Albany, Haskell, Seymour, maybe a trace closer to Clarksville and Texarkana, southeast of the Metroplex. We could also see maybe up to a 10th over the next 10 days. And again, tonight and tomorrow morning, it's about that moves over this area, all combined to make that elevated fire threat. Your weekend forecast showing again a high of 102, 95 on Saturday, some relief on the way, 98 on Sunday. But until then, we're going to have this heat alert in place, a heat advisory until 8 for heat index up to 110. It does include the Metroplex. Fort Worth right now 94, feeling like 96, not quite as hot as what it has been the last couple of days. It has to do with the cloud cover that we see overhead. That'll continue on and off throughout the day. 92 right now at DFW Airport, feeling like 95. The wind out of the west at about 10 miles per hour. high temperature will eventually make it into the triple digits, but for right now, we're at 93 in Denton, 89 in Decatur, 92 in Mineral Wells, about 91 for Graham, and in Breckenridge. Factor in the humidity, it feels closer to about the mid-90s for Denton and Collin County. Not as hot for our northwestern locations. So Archer City at 87, Wichita Falls at 87 for the heat index. That has to do with a front that's moving into the area. But today specifically at DFW, before the front arrives, we're still going to reach the triple digits. So do expect the temperature to climb still. 97 degrees around 1, 101 around 3, and 102 around 5. The wind stays out of the southwest at 5 to 10, but around 7, we're going to see our winds shift out of the northeast at about 5 to 10. In Gainesville, upper 90s across some locations in the Red River locations, about 101 close to McKinney, 99 in Greenville. Today, 102. Tomorrow, 95. We'll be in the upper 90s on Sunday. The triple digits do return next week. So let's talk about that front. The reason why that front is moving in is because that ridge of high pressure that's brought us that intense heat is moving over the desert southwest, eventually centering itself over the Four Corners. Unfortunately, areas that have seen long streaks of record heat will continue to see that streak through the end of July. For us, it means that a front can scoot through North Texas, and that's the reason why we see the cloud cover hanging out longer today. So this is our weekend rain chance. It's not a lot. Earlier in the week, it looked a little bit better. It's not looking very promising now, but around 3 in the afternoon, that front is going to start to work its way into North Texas. I'm thinking it makes it into the Metroplex sometime between 5 and 6, and then we're looking at some added cloud cover, maybe a little shower Saturday morning. This is around 5 in the morning. You can see some cloud cover, maybe a spotty shower, but it's not looking all that great. Once this front moves south, it's going to interact with a bit more moisture. So if you are, say, maybe traveling to central, southeast, or east Texas, it is looking like a little bit better opportunity to see some scattered thunderstorms Saturday afternoon. Most of us will stay completely dry. We're not looking at a big rain accumulation. This front is our best chance to see some rain in the next 10 days, and even then it's not picking up much. Maybe a trace for areas between Albany, Haskell, Seymour, maybe a trace for Clarksville into the northeast. And southeast Texas could pick up a 1/10 to a 1/4 inch in the lucky spots, but the Metroplex not looking to pick up any accumulated rainfall.